Hey Motley crew. So it's raining outside, so I'm going to try to speak up so y'all can hear me over the sounds of the rain. Welcome, I'm dibia nchedochukwu to another motcast. As always, opening up the sacred space and setting the intention that I am a clear channel of the highest truth, rooted in love, for the collective's healing, guidance, and embodiment of their authentic self, truth, so y'all can live your best life. That was a little different, but I like it. So today, I also forget to add, the roosters they're greeting y'all. Say hey to the roosters. They might pop up outside my door anytime soon because they like to do that sometimes. As you exist and hear me and engage in this space with me, that you may receive healing energy to help you in bringing light to the darkness so that you can come into harmony with self within. He said. All right, now we can officially begin. So I've been called to talk about letting go and letting in. I've been called to talk about sacrifice on this path of spiritual awakening. See, the thing about spiritual awakening, it's awakening to the truth of your soul. It's awakening to your unique energetic essence. It's awakening to your soul's purpose, your highest authentic self, your fullness of your being, as well as in the ways in which this universe and this world operates. Now, everyone has a different level of awareness even after the completion of a spiritual awakening process. There are stages, there are levels. Ultimately, it's all for the full alignment and harmony with one's highest self, understanding the interconnectedness of all. So on this journey of spiritual awakening, we are called to let go. We are called to release people, places, situations, things, habits, mindsets, perceptions, ways of being that are no longer aligned and that have not been, maybe for some time, to our true self. And in the asking, right, because our soul is asking us to let go of all of these things, it is so more can be let in. When I was at an Airbnb, there was this kind of like art piece that someone had made that said, what we leave behind is, let me figure out how it's phrased. What we leave behind is always far lesser than what we gain by moving ahead. Paraphrasing there. But the point of that artwork was, in essence, what I'm trying to share with y'all today, that we are called to let go, to let in, that anything we are asked to release in our lives, it's because there's something better that wants to come in. And that is the essence of sacrifice on this spiritual journey. And it isn't sacrifice in like, oh, I am losing. It is a sacrifice for the ultimate winning. It is a sacrifice for joy. It is a sacrifice for liberation. It is a sacrifice that we make knowing that anything that we let go will be replaced with something better. Now, to give you an energetic understanding of what's going on, let's say we are asked to let go of I was going to say person, but let's say we're asked to let go of a relationship. The thing is, we can be we are always in a relationship. Always. That is the essence of who we are, even if it's with a non-living thing. Everything exists in relationship. So let's say we are in a relationship and that relationship begins to sour. We're putting in effort, it's just not working. We're getting treated in ways in which isn't uplifting, respecting, unconditionally loving, treated in ways that don't allow us to embody the fullness of our being. And we're asked to let go of that relationship. And this relationship doesn't have to be romantic. It can be family. It can be platonic. It can be anything. That relationship vibrates at a level, at a certain frequency that is not aligned to our divine self. And so in order to call in relationships that are in harmony with our being, are in harmony with the fullest expression of our soul, that is of a higher vibration. Remember, I put up the frequency of emotions chart in another video, but the lowest frequencies are like fear, guilt, and shame. And then as you get higher in the chart, the frequency changes. So the vibration, the way in which the molecules move of that emotion increases, and at the very top is joy, love, peace. So if we're in relationships that are bringing up fear, guilt, and shame within us, that despite effort and hard work will and cannot change, they're vibrating at a lower vibration. And so in order to bring in relationships that are vibrating in the essence of love, joy, harmony, peace, you have to let go of that lower vibrational relationship. Because in the process of letting go, a vacuum, space is created. Remember, if I have this object in my hand, it takes up space. The moment I let go, there is space in which that object was. Space that can be filled with something else. And that is what's happening from an energetic perspective. That when we are called to let go, it's so that space can be created, so something of a higher vibration can come in. Because the moment you let go anything that is a lower vibration, anything that is not aligned, your vibration will rise. Your energy field will rise. Because you're letting go of something that's been slowing you down, keeping you down. And so when we are called to sacrifice, it is not, when we think of it and perceive of it as something of a loss, it actually is not true. Yes, you are losing in the sense that you no longer have that thing, but you are creating space for more to come in, for better to come in. And so it is not a loss, it's actually a win. So I want to challenge you to think of letting go, and I know letting go and releasing that which has felt familiar and comfortable is and can be challenging. Because all of a sudden within us there are these thoughts of, oh my gosh, but what if nothing happens? Or what if I let go of this thing, this way of life, this way of being, this way of seeing the world, and I fall flat? And this is again going back to the energetic understanding of what actually is happening in the faith, that the spiritual laws of this world are always working. Just like we know gravity is always there, we know that that is a material law of this world. There are spiritual laws of this world. And this is one of them. They will always come to pass, and that is where faith in the unseen comes in. And so we let go to let in that which we actually deserve, that which is in alignment with our souls, that which allows us to be our most truest, authentic self. The places, the spaces, the people, the ways of being, which allows us to step into the fullness of our power and our being. We let go in the process of spiritual awakening. Remember, spiritual awakenings, you begin to see and realize that the world that you exist in just ain't it. And you start to question. You start to see rifts. Things start to fall apart. But again, they're falling apart so they can fall together in the correct way. We live in a world that is very rooted in colonialist mindset, patriarchy, capitalism, white supremacy, cis heteronormativity, these ways of thinking that were created to constrain and constrict freedom and liberty and ways of being. And I'm not talking about liberty from an American standpoint. Liberty! No, I'm not talking about that kind of liberty, y'all. I'm talking about liberation. Allowing and being able to be the fullest expression of your being and self. Spiritual freedom. Letting go and releasing traumas and pains and ways in which oppression impacts us mind, body, and soul. I'm talking about complete freedom. Being in harmony, mind, body, and soul. In harmony not only within, but with everything that exists, this earth and all beings. That is what I mean when I say liberation. And so, as we are called to let go, and you know the things you're called to let go because they just don't feel right anymore. You engage in them, they elicit feelings of guilt because there's a part of you that knows I'm past this. But the thing is, we as humans, we tend to hold on. That's just a part of our nature, to hold on to what we know because of the fear of the unknown, the things that we cannot see. But what if you shifted your perspective to that which is that the universe looks out for me? The universe looks out for me. My higher self is looking out for me. My spiritual team, my spiritual family is looking out for me. They got me. And so when I'm being called to let go, to let in, it is because there is something on the horizon that is better. Something more aligned, more divine. What are you being called to let go, to sacrifice? We just had a full moon and eclipse. If you're watching it during the time which I post this, which is, what's the day? I don't even know what the date is, y'all. Full moon and eclipse in Scorpio was May 5th. I don't know when I'm going to be posting this, and I don't know what the day is. So let's just stick with the May 5th date. I gotta sometimes live in this time, this vortex of timelessness where time doesn't exist. And I'm not like clock bound, which is a blessing. And that is a part of the freedom that I've created for myself in the life that I live. But moving on from that, we just had a full moon and eclipse. Full moon and letting go and releasing. Scorpio is all about transformation and shedding. It is all about change for the sake of evolution. The embodiment of power. And it's not power external, it's power from within. The roosters like to fight, y'all. They like to fight. It's so interesting watching them and how they interact. Like, they'll just be chilling, and out of nowhere, I swear, out of nowhere, one of the roosters will just like go towards the other rooster, and the other rooster will just start like running and squawking, and I'm just like, damn, y'all really aggressive sometimes, huh? They like to claim their space. It's just like all about territorialism. It's interesting. So that is the period we just came out of, y'all, and that energy is still potent. Whether you are watching this during that period or not, the energy of this video is still potent. So instead of seeing letting go and sacrifice as a loss, see it as a win. As like, ooh, there's this excitement that there is something better happening. Like, yes, I'm letting go of this because I know something better is on the way. I know it's hard to, I'm trying not to use the word hard. I learned to replace hard, difficult, and challenging by a spiritual teacher, Zen priest, Rev. Angel Kyoto Williams, who's awesome, by the way. You should check him out. A lot of beautiful gems in terms of liberation and mindfulness and being present. It can be challenging to think in this way, and yet I challenge you to think of in this way anyways, because it is the truth that this universe is working for our highest good and conspiring if we allow the energy to work. Because often what happens is someone's called to let go of something and then they hold on, whether for fear or comfort or whatever it may be. But in the holding on, they're preventing these new energies of coming into them, into their lives, coming into their energy field. And so things stay the same. Instead of seeing the beauty and the blessing of death, death is the end of something for the rebirth of another. Check out Death as Lover. That is a YouTube video, the title of the YouTube video. And so that's what often happens. We hold on. But I heard it put so beautifully in a movement meditation I just did as a part of this embodied art healing residency I'm in called, and it's called Rhizomatica. That's the residency. But it was put in this way that I choose freedom over the comfort of familiarity. I choose freedom over the comfort of familiarity. Because just because something is comfortable or something is familiar doesn't mean that it's for our highest good. It doesn't mean that it's aligned to who we're meant to be. It doesn't mean that it's divinely guided for who we are meant to unfold and what we are meant to see and experience in this life. So where can you choose freedom over the comfort of familiarity? Where can you let go to let in? Where can you sacrifice to be free of shackles and limitations and ways of being, of people, places, and situations that have been long expired and need to be let go? Food for thought. Where can you begin to see this call to sacrifice as the unfolding of the truth within, an excitement of who is this part of me that wants to be revealed to me? Who are the people, the places, and situations that are going to replace what has been let go for that new space? That is the message for the day. And with that, I'm going to move towards our oracle reading. Chim tapping me in to the energy of the collective of those who will watch this video. Is there a message for them regarding letting go to let in, sacrificing to be free? I ask that only that which is of the highest truth, for the collective's highest good may come through that which is only rooted in love and light, for the healing guidance and awakening and ascension of this group, he said. Alright, so when I pick this up, this card, the bottom of the deck, which is still turned over, stayed on the table, so that is an important card. And the card is Jupiter in reverse. Jupiter is all about our expansion. Some like to think it's like higher education. I like to call it that which aligns us to our higher self. That which aligns us to the expansiveness and limitless nature of this universe, of our beings, right? Because we have a soul, and that soul is a part of the universe. It is a part of Chineke, that which created everything, and that is limitless, so are we. Jupiter corresponds to that. So in reverse, when you aren't allowing yourself to let go, to let in, you are not allowing yourself to expand, to grow, to become your highest self, your best self, y'all. To elevate your consciousness. That becomes blocked, put on hold for you when you are not able to let go. Because this universe so deeply wants you to grow into the fullness of your being. I was called to split the deck, and we have Saturn. Saturn. The first word I saw was fears. Again, you should watch Fears as Friend, which is a YouTube video I had. But here, it's highlighting that there are some fears. There are some fears that this collective has regarding letting go, regarding sacrifice, and the challenges that may arise in doing so. And seeing the structures in your way of life crumble. But know that everything always comes back around. We live in a world of cycles. So even if you're called to let go and you're not able to, the opportunity to do so will come back around. Just like the rings of Saturn are round. The other side of the split deck is the conjunction. So I'm going to place these down. Jupiter in reverse, Saturn with conjunction. Conjunction for me is all about flow and harmony. It is all about the connection of two things that operate in a blended manner. So, ooh, that popped out. I didn't even ask. Should I take it? Okay. Relational. Air is what came out. Spirit, can you give me... Why am I shuffling like this? I was shuffling in a way that was more difficult. So, Spirit's saying that there's another way to do this, y'all. I was shuffling in a way that I didn't need to. That was way more difficult than it needed to be. I don't really shuffle like this. This is just... I'm not, because I'm bending my cards. But it is Spirit is saying that there is another way to view and to relate to sacrificing and to letting go. And this is where we think of the energy flow of what, again, as I mentioned earlier in our video, with the conjunction of what is actually happening. Conjunction in that, in letting go, we're actually creating balance in our lives, right? We're creating more harmony in our lives. because that which is of the highest vibration and is aligned will create more states of peace and harmony and love for ourselves. And so actually, in the process of letting go, we come to a place of, I was going to say, greater harmony and less separation. Separation between what is true, what is truly rooted in our beings and our authenticity, what is truly rooted in our divine essence, and what is not. We're able to separate those two. Now, Pluto came up in reverse, but I'm not going to take that because I didn't set an intention. Why am I? See, again, I'm going back to shuffling in a way that is difficult for me. I'm going back to shuffling in a way that I know, like, I don't know why I'm shuffling that way. But again, I take everything as an omen and a sign and a message. And so Spirit is saying that there are habits in which you do where you are being called to do differently. It's easier. And taking the action to change that, taking the action to see it in a different way, it will actually become easier. It becomes easy to let go when you're able to do the action that is aligned to your highest self. Because in the moment that you change, the moment that you do that thing, you will feel more in harmony. Yes, it might elicit fears in the meantime. It might elicit worries and doubts and anxieties. You might feel grief and loss because you loved or appreciated that thing, person, place, whatever it may be. That way of being that provided you a sense of comfort and familiarity. But once that process is over, you will see the ease in which you're able to exist. Clarifying the air. Clarifying air, Spirit. That's the last card I'll take. Chiron in reverse. So Chiron is all about the wounded healer. It's about emotional healing. It's about our insecurities. It's about that which has wounded us that sometimes can go back generations. Generational wounds, soul wounds. Chiron represents the parts within us, the major parts within us that provide the greatest opportunity for healing. The greatest opportunity. Because it provides the greatest opportunity for liberation. Those deeply held wounds. Clarifying the air card. When we think of air, we think of our minds. We think of the ways in which we think, communicate. That's what I'm getting from this air card, and it clarifying it. Chiron in reverse is saying that here, this is a matter of mind, y'all. This is a matter of the ways in which you are thinking about the wounds that we may have. And so letting go, again, this is a perception thing, right, y'all? What we perceive and how we perceive something then creates the reality of that experience. Chiron in reverse, to me, signals that something is already done. Like the healing is complete. Complete healing. That's what I'm getting from this card. That there is no wound. Everything has fully been resolved. There is no wounded healer because the wounding doesn't exist. It being clarified, or it clarifying the air, means that as we work on reprogramming our subconscious mind, our perceptions and the way we relate to this world, then too heals us to a degree where there is no longer any need to see what? To see the imbalance of what is occurring in the process of letting go. That is what I'm getting a call to convey to y'all for this particular collective, y'all. This is all about being objective and clear and what is occurring within you. And how you're perceiving and thinking about moving through this healing chapter. Because it is a chapter, it doesn't need to be a lifetime. That is a message from the cards. From there, I will be called to channel light language. Ooh. That was a clearing and letting go, y'all. I'm creating space. I had to let go so I can let in this light language. So, open heart, open mind as I channel this energy to you through the language of light. To help you through letting go, to let in, sacrificing to be free. That's what I have for you today. As always, as always, as always, as always, as always, as always. Thank you for taking your time, sharing this space with me wherever, whenever you are. I do not take it for granted. I am grateful. Remember to drink water, hydrate, so that the energies that you have received today can integrate into your being, into your field, because water is a conductor of energy. Rest, if you have the opportunity to. Take a deep breath and let it out. Do a shimmy if you need to. And as always, take care with love.